Namaste to everybody. Supravatam to all. Now, today in the series which PGI Chandigarh started, today the session related to Bandha. Now today we are going to understand what is Bandha and what are these applications of these Bandhas. So today let us start with the meaning. What is Bandha meaning? The meaning of this Bandha is to hold or to tighten or to lock. Then question arises, what to lock or what to hold? There is a concept of subtle body in yoga. So there is the pranic flow in the subtle body at the gross level, which we call breath. Yoga we call pranic energy, subtle energy, cosmic energy. In the body, this pranic energy flows naturally. And ways yoga says, or in Hatha yogic practices, this pranic energy regulated so that the main purpose of Hatha yogic practices can be achieved or fulfilled. So these bandhas are essential part of the practices in which the pranic energy is reversed, regulated or channelized. So this bandha is applied, and in classical text this bandha is discussed along with the mudras. When we talk about the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there are 10 mudras. In those 10 mudras, these 3 bandhas are discussed. Jalandhar bandha, Uddiyana bandha, Mool bandha. And when these 3 combine together, then there is Mahabandha. So we will go one by one. Let us first understand Jalandhar bandha. Jalandhar bandha is called chin lock. When we lock chin like this, then it is called Jalandhar bandha, along with the breathing. So in different all these 3 bandhas, there is the process whether to inhale or to exhale. This is very important, because when we practice Jalandhar bandha, in this we inhale and then apply. In Uddiyana bandha, we exhale and then apply. In Mool bandha, we inhale and apply along with Jalandhar bandha. In some practices, some cases, we exhale and then apply. And in combination of these 3, we exhale and apply in sequence, particular sequence that we will discuss later on. So in general, when we talk what is the uses or application according to classical text, there are 4 these applications. One is to awaken Kundalini, because Kundalini is aroused or awakened when pranic energy is particularly channelized in that direction, as discussed in this classical text. Second is to facilitate the vayus or pranic flow or pranic energy in a particular direction, especially to make the flow of the pranic energy in Sushumna channel. Third is to protect the upper energy or the higher energy, which is coming from which is called oozing energy from the Bindu Visarga chakra. And fourth is to protect the lower energy. So these are the 4 main applications of these bandhas. In Jalandhar bandha, we inhale and then apply chin lock. The main precautions which need to be taken in this, that there are some of the people, they are having high blood pressure or some other complications, cardiac any disorder or complications. They need not to practice in the beginning under guidance of yoga expert or doctor. If advised, then with modification they can practice, but their own way. There are many people, because these bandhas they are coming under higher practices, so there are a lot of benefits are described in classical text. So people, because they want to take the benefit, they start practicing without following the precaution. So this is Jalandhar Bandha. Because a group of channel in the Jalandhar Bandha, a group of channels or group of nadis are controlled and regulated. So in Jalandhar Bandha, when we adopt, then according to the capacity, one should hold the breath inside. One should not cross the limit, because when we hold the breath anywhere in the body, especially in the practice of bandha, then there is a pressure and generated, and also temperature also increases. So these two things gives pressure and effect on the other systems, especially heart and mind also, and some of the organs which are situated in the abdominal region. So one should not cross the limit according to one's own practice. But here also I want to mention one more important topic, which is that some people, they come and directly start practicing. That is also not cannot be recommended, because the body must be purified through the practice of kriya and other practices of hatha yoga. So when body is purified properly, then if practice these bandhas, then it will be beneficial. Otherwise, when you are locking the energy, when you are holding the prana, so many things, impurities also hold along with it. These impurities, if in longer duration, will not be good for the body. So one should practice other practices before attempting these practices. Means they are higher practices. So then one should try this. Then second is Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana means this flying. Ud means to fly. Uddiyana Bandha is practice. It is called abdominal lock. Exhaling, then applying, and taking the abdomen, pulling backward and upward. First pulling backward and then taking little upward, then holding the breath according to one's own capacity again here. So there will be like this. Just I will try to show. May not be that much clear, but just understand. Exhaling, then taking the abdomen backward, then little upward. Then there is this compression taking place in the abdominal region. Then what are the benefits? Benefit of this Uddiyana Bandha, it regulates the functioning of the organ situation in the abdominal region. It kindles the gastric fire, means the digestive process becomes strong. Those people who are suffering from the metabolic disorder like diabetes and other, they also get benefit. But the one thing once they should take care, that if they are having high blood pressure, then these bandhas should not be attempted. This Uddiyana Bandha controls the energy which is going downward. then it reverse this process, upward movement. And if it is combined with the Moolbandha, then it completely, there is the reverse flow of the pranic energy, which is called apana. So in the samana region, the prana and apana unite together in bandha in general. Then third is, let us practice, let us understand Moolbandha. Moolbandha is this perineum lock or contraction of the perineum region. Some people they say that contract the anus, but I say just perineum contraction. When we exhale and contract the anus, then perineum region itself is contracted. So this completely it is to reverse the apana and lock the flow from the lower side. So this is practiced when with exhalation. So Jalandhara Bandha with inhalation, Uddiyana Bandha with exhalation, Moolbandha with exhalation independently. But when these three will be practiced together, then inhaling and applying Jalandhar Bandha, then Uddiyana Bandha, then Moolbandha. This is one way of practice. There is other way of practice. Because of different schools, they adopt different little variation in practice. Exhale completely, apply Jalandhar Bandha, then Uddiyana Bandha, then Moolbandha. Then how to unlock this? First, releasing Moolbandha, Uddiyana Bandha, then Jalandhar Bandha. This is the sequence. First Jalandhar Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and then Moolbandha. When releasing, then first Moolbandha, then Uddiyana Bandha, then Jalandhar Bandha. These when practiced together, it is called Mahabandha. All together, if these bandhas are practiced regularly, then what are the benefits? One will get good health, proper flow of the pranic energy in the whole body. The functioning of the digestive process will be very strong, effective. And then there are urogenital disorders taking place. If these bandhas are practiced, then there is a voluntarily control over the involuntarily functioning of the some of the muscles and organs also takes place in the long one is practicing for the long duration, not immediately. So these bandhas, they protect the energy flow in particular region. And when these bandhas are practiced, there are three hindrances are there in the subtle body. They are called Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi. In connection with the chakras, they are considered, understand while practicing. This Brahma Granthi associated with the Mooladhara and Swadhisthana chakra, and this Vishnu Granthi associated with Manipurak and Anahat chakra, and Rudra Granthi is associated with Vishuddhi chakra and Agya chakra. When these bandhas are practiced, then there is a piercing effect on these granthis. They are called knots in the subtle body. And then particular area, when this pranic flow is controlled, united together, then there is a effect in that region. These chakras are also this pierced or affected in positive way. So these bandhas, they give good health. They protect energy from the wastage. In Hatha Yoga, it is said that when energy is coming and downward, and then it is burnt in the Manipura chakra because of the presence of Surya, because of the presence of Agni there. So the upper energy is this protected. Then there is a lower energy which is also wasted. When its course is reverse upward, then it gives a lot of health benefit. And when this apana and prana, the lower the energy and the upper energy united together, then it generates a lot of heat in the body. It bestows a lot of health benefit to the practitioners. So the main thing which should be taken into consideration, one should not under the limit. One should not put undue pressure while practicing either Jalandhar Bandha, Uddiyan Bandha, or Mool Bandha. Sometimes the person is not able to increase the duration of the holding. So he should start initially with some rounds, maybe 3 rounds or 4 rounds, then going slowly and slowly increasing the number. In the same way, in the case of all bandhas, even Jalandhar Bandha, Uddiyan Bandha, Mool Bandha, and Mahabandha. And also, if somebody is having any complications, disease or disorder, especially cardiac problems, or recent surgery, or any abdominal chronic disorder, then they should not attempt at means their own way. They should consult a doctor or yoga therapist. Then they should try in a modified way. Otherwise, there are other practices they should go. Sometimes, in the pursuit of the benefits, we, in the place of benefit, we get a lot of adverse effect on the system. And then we always start complaining because of this practice, this happened, because of this practice, this happened. So we should be free from those things. So one should not be too hurried to get benefits of these bandhas, because all the classical texts, even Girin Sangta, they have discussed, it is discussed a lot of benefits are there. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika also. So because of the proper channelization, of the energy in the body, these practices they prevent the aging process. So aging process is slow down. I am not telling that one will practice, he will remain young forever and forever. But it is all the classical texts, they say that Jara Marana Nasanam, Jara Marana Nashanam. So it means the aging process can be slowed. And there are some of the research papers, they say how it is beneficial for the overall health, and also how this process, aging process, can be slowed down because of the practice. And this comes because there is this channelization of the energy in this process. So one should take care and practice having all the precautions and guidelines set for the practice. These are the higher practices. So these bandha in higher practices are used in coordination or in relation with the mudras. So in thus 10 mudras, these 3 Jalandhar Bandha, Mool Bandha and Uddiyan Bandhas are described. So one should take care while practicing, because a lot of health benefits are here if one will adopt regularly in their higher practices, these practices. So now thank you to all, and also Dr. Akshay Anand and his team for starting such classes online, where maximum number of people are connected and they listen and they adopt the practices in their daily Hatha Yogic practices. Namaskar. Dhanyavad. Thank you very much to all.